everybody, welcome back to Twin Cities Live's annual Thanksgiving cooking special.
There's so much happening. Everything's claiming.
Everybody's
yelling.
very happy. This is a very busy studio during commercial
Everybody
breaks.
should yell at the same time.
Every commercial break, that's what happens, and then they bring in more food. It's really, really wonderful.
It's so fun. It's like Thanksgiving at your house when everything gets a little crazy
exactly
before
right.
everybody eats. That's what's happening in the studio today. We're so proud to team up with Old Home, which is a women-run, family-owned company based right here in the great state of Minnesota. They are presenting today's show. Now, I am a big fan of Old Home's 100% all-natural peanut butter. I have 2 jugs at least in my fridge at any given moment. Des is laughing over here because she's the same. It's really good on an English muffin, but today we're going to show you how one ingredient can completely transform some items you'll have on your Thanksgiving table.
Fantastic. That familiar voice, who I think you maybe already heard laugh from the KS95 Morning Show, joins us in studio. Dez is here. Hi, Dez.
So
good to have you.
To be
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you for coming.
Congratulations on baby Dez.
Thank you so much.
I just love this. So we have lots to be thankful for this Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So you're going to start us off with dessert, and you've got an icing recipe for some really good brownies, but it involves our favorite Old Home peanut butter.
This is to die for.
Yeah.
It is the creamy peanut butter,
Yes.
which is just peanuts and a pinch of sea salt.
That's
so
it.
it's a no-brainer.
And it's no stir. This
No,
is the, it's
no
the best
So
peanut
this
butter.
doesn't have like the, usually there's like a
No.
little pool of liquid on
No
top. And then you
thick,
gotta,
oily, yucky, nothing. It's amazing. And you find it in the refrigerated section, so that's always
why you got to
key.
look for it, yeah?
So we start with the peanut butter.
Yeah,
we
pour
stick
that
it
in. Here, do you want me to just
why
do
don't
this?
you do
I'll
that?
just lift this
How
up.
does
You
that
do
thing
the
work?
heavy
Well,
lifting,
I'm just going to
Mama.
help and lift this up so we get
There
this guy
we go.
going.
We
Then we can get
start
everything
with
in.
peanut butter.
So the peanut butter goes in.
Oh.
Now we did a little shortcut, right? Because did you just pick up these brownies? But you could make homemade brownies too.
Yes, of course. An overachiever can make homemade brownies. But
right.
I like to, I mean, you're already busy. You're making so many things.
Yeah.
And you're probably making pumpkin pie,
Yep.
whatever. I have people in my life who don't like pumpkin.
Yeah.
So we need another alternative.
For sure.
So we have some salt.
Oh, that's a lot of salt.
It kind of is. I'm not the one who measured this. So, Mike, I'm looking at you if it's really bad.
all that salt?
The
It
correct
is-
recipe is on the website, don't worry.
Wow.
Cream, cheese, and peanut butter,
Mike,
though.
did
Are
you
you
measure
kidding
that
me?
correctly?
Producers.
Three
Okay, oh,
producers.
3 different, that's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
too
Three
many-
times the salt, probably.
Too many cooks in the
Oh,
kitchen.
no.
Everybody added the salt.
Butter, and then, of course, this is, I mean, this is frosting. This is an
Super
icing.
easy,
So,
yeah.
hello, sugar.
Okay, sugar goes in, and so we're going to get
Very
that
simple.
guy going. I'm going to rev this
Yeah,
up for you.
thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
you can just look at that and adjust how high you want it to go.
All right, seriously,
Okay, so we'll wait
easy.
for that.
You continue that.
And then in the meantime,
Elizabeth is getting busy now.
Okay, so we've got this appetizer dip that you can make too. Now, this is the chive and onion chip dip and potato topper from Old Home
We could just
Foods.
stop right there and call it
It'd
a
be
segment,
so good.
right?
But we're gonna make this dip that you use the topper as the ingredient, and then we're
Okay.
gonna add a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna add, and you list ingredients. What do we
Okay.
got going on? We got some butter.
You've got butter going
Yes,
in. We've already
yes.
got the chip dip
Melted
that is
butter.
in there, and I just was going to try and get in there. Then what do we have
That
next
looks like
here?
some Parmesan to me.
Parmesan, yes,
Oh
you're
my
doing great. Keep going. What do you think that was?
That's some garlic salt.
Yes, this is amazing.
Yes.
Play along at home.
Onion salt, I
Some
bet.
onion
Oh,
and
maybe some pepper.
Oh, man.
And you kind of mix this all up, and it's
Okay.
going to turn into this wonderful, tasty dip.
gosh.
You know,
and
what
so
a-
the
what a
suggestion
concept.
is you could do chips with this, but then you could also do chicken wings.
2 things I'm thinking about. First of all, if you had chicken wings at your Thanksgiving, wouldn't that be delightful?
so
Wouldn't
fun.
that be
Great. I
fun
know.
if they were like, by the way, there are chicken wings too?
It's also fun to think about too. Like a lot of people for Thanksgiving have people in town or staying with them for a few days.
Yeah.
And so then you can end up making this later on and having it ready to go for the weekend.
Why don't more recipes involve starting with a really good dip
Yeah.
as your base?
Well, they
you know what
should.
I mean?
I know.
Oh, man.
This is
All
yummy.
right, so we whipped that up. I'm going to dip some chicken in there. Meanwhile, Dez is just going to
I just don't even care if you're here or not. I mean, this is amazing.
Should we deliver those to our
Oh,
tasting
let's do
table?
it.
Let's do this. I gotta try
All
this.
right,
dip.
let me get a
I'm
couple
This
more.
turned out.
Poor
I'm gonna
things, you're
dip
only
into
going to
this.
get like one of you is going to get
and then
it.
we also have these fabulous cottage potatoes as well.
Okay, guys.
Which I would really like to dig into.
I have to tell you about these. So I made these.
You made these today.
I made these today.
You ran home
I went home
after
after
doing
dinner,
all
I
sorts of
made this,
things.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
And I made these, and what I did was I took a recipe from Paula Dean, who has been here on Twin Cities Live before.
course.
We love Paula Dean, but I
Butter.
kind of amped up her recipe. So I adapted it and I added a bunch of ingredients. So what I
Okay.
did was I took some russet potatoes
Thank you.
and I boiled them with some garlic, which is my dad's trick for making mashed potatoes, is you boil the potatoes with the garlic.
Really?
Then in the meantime, while those were boiling, I cooked up 8 ounces of bacon that I chopped, Set that aside. Cooked up some onions. Set that aside. And then added to the potatoes after they were done, cottage cheese. 1 cup of Old Home cottage cheese. Some butter, a little bit of butter, the bacon, the onions, and then I amped it up with herbs too, because I like some green and things at Thanksgiving.
Is there an extra fork over
there? Get in on that. Find a fork. We're in a real fork shortage at this place.
Oh, I can use this knife.
Yeah, you could use a knife. We might have to just find a couple more. Oh, he says in the sink.
Elizabeth,
the
color on top of these potatoes are really nice.
Yeah.
It displays
Don't
really
forget
good.
though.
Oh,
we have
chives, green onions.
So we got some scallions. So Des, get in there and dig in.
You know I love
And so it's like
this
a
cottage
creamy
cheese.
mashed potato casserole kind of a thing with studded with bacon.
That's great. Oh,
and
yeah.
it's got some nice texture to it because I left the skin on the potatoes and then I also did the herbs. And the cream or the cottage cheese kind of just melts in.
It really does. It melts.
You guys know my feelings about cottage cheese.
I do know,
all right?
I do know.
I'm not like the #1 cottage cheese fan out there. That being said, I don't taste it in there. I know it's doing good things for the recipe, for the texture. That's really good. You made the whole thing? Did you do the whole thing
Such
at
a
home
big
today?
girl.
Yeah. I would have called a vacation day. A full vacation day
I
to
made
make
2
potatoes.
casseroles. I made one for us, and then I made a little one for the tasting table too. So you guys should try it. What do you
How are you?
now? Keep in mind, I mean,
I
I'm
think
right
it's-
here. I can hear you talking
No,
about it.
I think it's fantastic. I like the top of it. You know,
Yeah,
do
me
you
too.
broil that? Do you broil that?
You know
Is how
what?
you did
There's
it?
a little bit of paprika that I sprinkled on the top, and that helped it get kind of like that nice golden color. And I also feel like the paprika on the top echoes the smokiness of the bacon. So you
great.
get both of those flavors going on there. It's just like a nice twist on just standard mashed potatoes.
Right.
And you got to
an
hit it with those
upgrade.
green
Amped
onions.
up a
The
little
green
bit.
Really
onions
just
at the
takes
end,
it
and
up
you
a
like the
notch, which is
herbs
really
in
great.
there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not something I've had before either. I don't know why, but I love it.
I like that burst of freshness when you hit one of the green onions. It's pretty great.
Elizabeth Reese, the fact that you made this in the middle of your work day, you're the ultimate woman
I
I've
also
ever
have my
met.
child with me at work.
Yes,
today.
her child. She had to bring the child in
Remember
today.
the
She was sick
overachiever
yesterday.
I was talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it was her.
Meanwhile,
It's unbelievable the talent you have.
Meanwhile, I went and I had to do a story after radio, so I was like, oh, this is a busy day too. But you know what the story was? I had to lay in a sensory deprivation tank and float in salt water. It was dynamite.
That sounds really hard.
But anyways, I'm really proud of you, and I think that we all should applaud you, right, guys?
How did the icing
Big
turn
thanks to,
out? How's the icing on the brownies?
Icing good? You guys
this?
getting the brownies as well?
I'm in it.
Okay, here.
The peanut butter is so awesome.
It's like that peanut butter is winner.
It's just great.
I offer a big thanks on behalf of all of
bite.
us to Old Home for
Fantastic.
sponsoring Twin Cities Live. Thank you,
Yeah.
Des.
Oh my gosh.
And also for presenting today's Thanksgiving cooking show. You can find Old Home's 100% all-natural peanut butter, the chive and onion sour cream chip dip, and potato
That
topper.
stuff is so good.
And their cottage cheese in the dairy case. You'll also find plenty more free recipes at oldhomefoods.com.
Listen, guys, I know we made fun of the salt amount in there. That's totally good. That's so good.
It's salted
Good job, guys.
peanut
Salted
butter.
peanut butter icing. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
That's really good.
It's a winner. What is better than